Hello fellow metalheads and anyone else watching this video. So, I wanted to talk about something because in the last 10 years there hasn't been really a lot new things in regards to heavy metal coming out that's really sort of blown me away. So maybe I'm getting older, maybe it's the fact that I liked the older stuff that came out prior to 2010. I don't know, but what I do know is that there's something that did really impress me that I saw a couple of weeks ago, and that is this 10-year-old girl from the UK who started off on YouTube doing these vocal covers. Then she was on one of those talent shows. I can't remember if it was Britain's Got Talent or America's Got Talent. They're all kind of the same to me, just different country. And I didn't see those till after I saw the music video for her debut single, which is titled Falling. It's just under the artist name of Harper. And what's impressive to me about this is that it's the fact that she's 10, but on top of that, like usually I'd say, oh, you know, for a 10-year-old, this is pretty good. I can't say that in this instance because that implies the fact that her talent isn't quite great, just like on the general scale of how you measure talent in this regard. But you cut them some lenience because of their age. No, not in this case. Like, just on her own merits, she's really good. She just so happens to be 10. And what's really great about this debut single, and also this is how I discovered her. I didn't see the other talent shows as I presume most people did, if the reaction videos or anything to go by. So when I was watching the video, I'm like, those vocals are coming out of her, this child, who I thought was 13, and then I looked at the comment section and was even more impressed when I found out that she was 10, because I wasn't doing anything like this when I was 10. I was too busy playing with other guys my age and pretending I was James Bond and doing other dumb things like that. So, you know, well done. There is a proud parent out there. Hopefully two. But, you know, even if it's just one, because I know her dad, yeah, because it was on the talent show thing that I saw, so, you know, well done, parenting done right. Okay, let's get into this. Here's what I really liked about the song. One, I'll start just with the music alone. Really good. I don't really hear a lot of catchy riffs these days. It's like everyone's trying to do too much things with the core element, meaning genre-wise, so metalcore, hardcore, deathcore, grindcore, and, you know, it tends to lack a little bit of that groovy rhythm and everything that I really loved about heavy metal that seems to just, you know, be from a bygone era now. So, great intro to the song, and next thing the vocals kick in, and they're raw, they're powerful, they're awesome, and I'm like, okay, on their own, it'd be like really cool. Just the fact that they're coming out of a 10-year-old girl is even more impressive. Then the clean vocals kick in, and well, not every, but most reactors, when they give their little review after reacting to a song, the thing they always seem to bring up is the clean vocals, because we all know that her harsh vocals are solid. Clean vocals, they always bring up the fact, and I'm not calling anyone else saying that this is like a bad thing, but they do bring up the fact that her clean vocals don't sound like an adult. They do sound like a singing voice of a 10-year-old. And I'm like, yeah, she's 10. Like, what do you want? What an amazing coincidence. A 10-year-old sings like and has the voice of a 10-year-old? No way! I'm from Earth too! But in my honest opinion, this is a good thing. Because we've, in metal for years now, heard these really talented women with harsh vocals and clean vocals of all these different ranges and stuff, but, you know, her vocals, meaning Harper, because they actually sound like a child, offer something unique to the metal scene. Because you just don't really hear stuff like that often. So I actually like the fact that it gives this different sound, this different spin to it. The way I sort of describe it to people is, you know, like when you go to church and there's like kids that are part of the choir, it's got that eerie sound like that, but it sounds kind of like a haunted church choir, if that makes sense, which I feel is appropriate for the kind of music that was powering up her vocals for the song. And a shout out too to the other musicians who did the music. Now keep in mind, I didn't do a whole bunch of research, I just listened to the song, really liked it, knew that Harper is 10 years old and from the UK, but I think I heard somewhere that maybe one of the other musicians is her uncle, but regardless of who these musicians are, what I really liked about what they all did, and again, I don't know how much contribution each musician did for what when it came to making the song, I just know the end product ended up really good. But what I often find when it comes to both harsh and mostly clean vocals with certain songs, not going to mention any names because I don't want people to think I'm just calling out other musicians and picking on them, but a lot of the times, especially in the last 10 years, there's someone that's trying to do certain vocals, let's just say it's the chorus, and the music and the way the music's tuned in regards to where the vocal structure is at, or the tone of their voice, or the pitch, doesn't match. So you've got a vocalist who's basically singing here, and it kind of sounds a little flat, a little monotone, and really, with the way that the music is and what they're trying to project, should be up here. But fact of the matter is, and this includes me as well, because I do harsh vocals, I do a bit of singing, not super amazing, but I do understand that I have my limitations, and we all do. So if you are limited in particular range, don't try to be something that you're not. And the other musicians need to work with the vocalist in regards to bring everything down to the common denominator, the lowest common denominator technically. So if you can't sing really high pitched, like someone like Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm, and you've got vocals that maybe are down here, well, structure the music to go hand in hand with that, and that's what these musicians have done really well. Because when she's singing not, super high pitch, where she's throwing the voice out there like some female artist in a 70s rock band, like think Blondie or something. So her vocals are kind of like, a little bit lower than that, which is fine. I really like the way they sound. I'm not, trying to make this sound like there's no one that's talented in this band. So, no, just the opposite. So I'm giving a compliment here by the fact that they understand where her vocal structure is and they cater the music to that. I really like the fact that there's nothing uneven, because I hear that too often these days, and I'm like, guys, figure out where the vocals are, cater the music to that. You're going to have a much better song than if you're trying to, aim up here, but, for whatever reason someone in the band can't quite, get up to there. Well, hey, figure something else out, because I wish that I had vocals like a lot of other talented vocalists that are out there, but I don't. So if I'm trying to add vocals to a certain musical piece, then I need to figure out vocals that's going to work for the particular music that's been handed to me. But anyway, I digress. This isn't about me, this is meant to be about Harper. So as for the lyrics, yeah, they're fine. I don't know who wrote them, if it was Harper or if it was the other musicians or if it was half and half, but all I know is that they worked really well for the song. And I do appreciate the fact that there's no profanity. I got nothing against profanity when it comes to, artistic expression, so movies, video games, and metal music, or music in general, but not to come across as sounding biased, I just really don't like it when children are using a lot of profanity. It's just off-putting to me, so I don't really have much more to say on that. I just appreciate the fact that there wasn't a whole bunch of F-bombs and C-bombs in the lyrics, so thanks for that. Closing thoughts is that, yes, I really like the song. I like the fact that there's groovy rhythms. I like the fact that the vocals really work well with the music. I'm very much looking forward to any more music that's going to be coming out from Harper. And I salute you, the father of Harper. I don't know what your name is, but we all know what I'm talking about. So, and if by some very slim off chance Harper ends up watching this video, all I'll say is, stick to your guns, do what you do best, and just remember, when it comes to heavy metal, it's really all about being yourself at the end of the day. So, don't try and fall into this trap that a lot of other musicians do, where you need to dress a certain way to try and make some point. Just be you, just be genuine, get your message across, and as long as it's genuine people that hear it are going to like what you do. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and thanks for listening to this boring Australian harp on about Harper. See what I did there? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Alright, take care, so long, go listen to some metal. Alright, bye.